Yes, we are.
I think we're all here.
I think Nash is fixed or not. I don't know.
I heard him
I
earlier.
heard it. Yeah, I heard him when I was getting back, and I heard it clear. I'm not sure.
It's still clear.
Yeah, a lot better. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
a lot better.
Does it fix itself? There you go. Coffee break fixes everything. Well, in my case, water break.
I mean, disclaimer: don't pour coffee on your computer. It may melt.
Yeah, that's how you gotta wake it up sometimes. You know, it gets tired.
Just tired.
And no, to answer your question, Brody, that special footage is not yet public knowledge. Though the more people who see it, the more common it becomes.
But see, space cops, you would think they want to, you know, they show the footage of people they caught, not people that actually got away.
True. Can we discuss our ship?
That would be a fairly significantly difficult programming role, but yes, you could hack the chip identifying chip and display different broadcast different different
Yeah, can we?
identification.
How many things do we have to use?
So you can change the actual size and tonnage of the ship. So if anyone actually puts eyeballs on it, they will see that it's the same.
But I mean, it's a free merchant. I assume there's more free merchants.
Yeah, true. But if your ship has some sort of distinct marking, for example, then just changing the online tag ain't gonna change that.
I don't think we have anything.
Physically change its appearance as well.
Yeah, you would have to spend time in dry dock for that, or have a drone squad do it in space.
Can we just go outside and paint it? This is not the ship you're looking for.
And give it the Adidas stripes.
I'll just paint it purple so it'll be sneaky.
That's it.
I like that attitude of yours. Take +1 to a roll. I'm not gonna tell you which roll, but one roll you will have a +1 on at some point from now to infinity.
To infinity.
All right. So I do believe there was some talk of mutiny and possible mass destruction of wildlife and/or water environments.
Wait, what? Did I miss all that?
You didn't realize we were BP the whole time?
I thought
This is a BP campaign now.
I hate you.
All right. So yeah, I think, Ton, you spend some time browsing through the interwebs, and there is some mentions, nothing by name, but there is some vague descriptions. It sounds familiar to you. At least that you can access on displays, right? Obviously, if you go to another part of space and look through the news network, then you can probably find a lot more to it. Right. So I think if no one has anything very specific they wish to do, I think the journey continues to the rim of the system in a fairly tense manner.
Wait, can Tarn change the thing?
It's not going to do any good right now.
Why not?
We'll have to break contact with them. I mean, they already have us on sensors, and if our ID signature just suddenly changes, it's not going to fool. I'm going to have to lose them first, and then I can try to change it.
Yeah, we could try and lose them at the rim, and then we can just jump out on our own. Because our ship is much faster than the bulk freighter. And when I say much, I mean a little bit.
Right, so I think, yeah, as the hours and days go by, as the ships are slowly moving towards the rim, so it takes roughly 2 days to get to the rim where you can make the jump. So you have basically 2 days to anguish in the knowledge that you're pursued by more and more mercenary ships. And originally, on day 0, when you first left, you had 2 ships, and by the time you get to the rim, you have the heavy frigate, the 2 corvettes, and about a fighter squadron of strike fighters. Very slowly, like gaining speed on you. And you also see some extra stuff on at the very edge, at the extreme edge of pencil range. What looks to be a couple of other corvettes and heavy frigates coming in. So now then, are you gonna jump with the ship, or are you gonna detach from here and go your own way? And while you think about it, keep in mind there is at least 4 ships within long extreme weapons range, so they can shoot you if you start detaching. But it's certainly possible you can do, but it would lead most likely to an initiative roll.
What do you guys think?
Don't we have to talk to the people and see what they wanted? Did we ever talk to them or no?
I'm not sure, but I think that if we go and talk to them, that would basically give the other ships time to go into close range. So we could go ahead and do that if you guys want. I'm not really sure what we should
teleport
do.
us back to the ship. Actually, I can't teleport. Can I teleport us? Because since technically our point of thing is like the ship itself, like there's gravity on the ship.
Yeah, in space it would be, but if you were in orbit, for example, or sorry, in atmosphere flying around, you would not be able to.
Yeah, so in space, I would be able to teleport to our ship, right?
In space, you would be able to
Yeah.
teleport into your ship because that's the biggest known
Yeah.
gravity source.
Okay, that's what I thought. So that's what I'm saying. Like I could always teleport us back. Like if something goes wrong, you guys want to talk to them and see what they want, because they could just be like, "What did you guys bring us in to maybe explain ourselves?" Or they could want to kill us.
Yeah, might as well.
So wait, just so I am clear as game master here, which people are you gonna try to talk to?
The people. So didn't you say that the people, the bulk freighter wanted to talk to us?
So the captain of the bulk freighter wanted to have a lengthy conversation with Ben when you arrive at your destination.
Oh, at the destination, not when we arrive on the thing. When we get attached. I'm sorry. I must have. Didn't hear that.
I misunderstood that as well. So we don't need to talk with him right now.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so yeah, we don't have to talk to him right now then. In that case, I guess we just have to figure out what do we want to do right now.
It's so I'll make it a bit easier for you. So the decision is either you detach from the ship and you have enough time to do that without damaging either of your ships, and then jump on your own. Or the other alternative is trust that the captain of the bulk freighter will take you where you want to go. And it takes you however long it takes for the bulk freighter to get there.
Brody, Captain Brody,
Yeah.
How are you feeling? is kind of right.
Is our free ride over?
Well, no, we can stay. He said we can stay on the ship and just ride with them, or we leave the ship and try and GTFL. Like, probably what will happen is we detach, we get into a fight, and then we have to either emergency FTL or, well, fight them.
Yeah, so just in case I wasn't clear enough the first time around, because sometimes I slur my words, I mumble, and you may not be paying attention. Who knows? But the deal was
We
that Ben
always.
negotiated was 50,000, and he takes you ride on this ship to Calixis. Like that's the deal you made, you paid for. So your destination will be Calixis then. It's just a matter of, do you trust this person that only really Ben knows from previously, that he gonna honor his deal now that there is so much external pressure via flotilla of hostile ships nearby.
Well, I could hack our host communications and make sure they're not stabbing us in the back.
That actually sounds like a pretty good idea.
That might give us some peace of mind.
All right.
One
Yeah,
second,
so
doorbell.
I do believe it's once a day, like commit effort for the day, right? For that one, the auto pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would have fully refreshed now that because it's been 2 days. Unless you want to do this like earlier on, like I would allow that as well because we skipped some time. But yeah, you spend a point, and you get full access to their communications network. So again, 3 questions. We'll ask if you want to know something that you find out just by being there, and then you have an active feed that you can siphon. So whenever they pick up the phone or send a message, you will know that as well, in addition to the 3 questions.
Have they made any deal with our pursuers so far?
From the communications log, there has been 3 calls to the pursuing ships. 1 outgoing and 3 incoming. And then there's also been a couple. I think there would just simply been like short vocal conversations rather than text message for this particular thing. And I think, you sift through the communications log and you find on the ship, like it's hidden way deep in the trash bin, like below the trash bin kind of thing. A message that goes to a personal communication device somewhere rather than to a ship address that says the rising sun dawns in east and the tree shall stand tall.
Sorry about that. Did I miss anything important?
Possibly a phrase that can be important.
I'll relay that to the other members of my crew to see if anybody knows if that means anything.
What's the relay?
All right, and when you relay that, where is it from? the phrase?
The phrase originates from the bulk freighter to Captain Alenko in the heavy strike, heavy frigate.
Okay.
And the phrase was, "The rising sun sets in the east and the tree stands tall," right?
Yep.
Just want to make sure I had it written down right.
I'm just gonna pretend I don't know what the hell's going on. My character's not interested in phrases. Mostly because I didn't hear any of it. I'll let you do all the logistics.
The phrase
All right.
isn't familiar to anybody.
That's the question, isn't it? I don't know if it would, but actually, I suppose it might be someone with a criminal background might have come across it at some point in their dealings, but otherwise, I can't really think of a reason why a noble or a pilot would have heard it before.
So would that be a no roll for me then?
Yeah, no plus intelligence. I'd say you need a 10 or better for this one because it's very specific.
Yep, no such luck.
All right. Yeah, like I said, the options you have is either you stay on the ship and they spike drive you away, or you detach and drive off yourself. Like at this point, I think the ship has stopped at the rim and basically doing the final preparations, spooling up the spike drive, and he sends. I think the Captain Fargo sends you a message, a shipwide message. He just says, "We're ready to jump. Are you coming with us as you paid for, or are you going on your own from here?"
Well, we already paid, so might as well see the ride through, right?
I think
And
that'll be
yeah,
best.
as you say that, he just says, you get just the response back, "Damn right, let's roll." And then you feel the ship vibrates underneath you, and you see a rift in reality open, and the ship is just sucked into the alternative dimension. And yeah, the shutters rolls down over the window, so you don't see the roiling hells of bike space, where demons and possibly dank memes reside.
Can't I look since I don't have a weak organic mind?
I mean, if you want to poke your head out the door, you're welcome to do so. All right, let's do some math, because math is fun. So it's 6 days over there. And then from there, so 12 days total for that ride. All right, so 12, that would be 12 plus 2, that's 14 days total. So let's do some math real quick. I apologize for the number crunching, but it is a part
all
of this
good.
game, unfortunately.
Can I go show their pilot how it's done? Get this thing over with.
I mean,
It,
if you want to put on a spacesuit or do
the pressure
the
majiggy.
weird psychic thing, and then climb out through the airlock, stand outside in drill space, climb over to the airship, and go in and show the pilot, you're welcome to try, but there will be a couple of rolls for that.
Just walk up to the window of their ship and start knocking. Wish I had done, rookie.
All right.
I mean,
So,
technically.
You have some time in drill space if you want to do something. But as far as you can tell, there is no one pursuing you here in this pocket dimension that you're in.
I would like to take some of this time to reiterate to Tarn that although the word terrorist has been getting thrown around quite a bit lately, I'm not a terrorist.
Neither am I.
I'm just misunderstood.
None of us are terrorists.
Val, I can't speak for her though.
Oh, whoa. I've done nothing but good things in my life.
Whatever, Miss Assassin's Creed.
I only did that to one person. Okay, two peoples. It's only two. God damn you. Actually, while we're in Hellforge, do you see the I put all the books for what's it called?
The what?
I put all the books for Stars Without Numbers on my Google Drive if you want to look at them.
All right, I'll have a look. I did not see the link.
Yeah, it's on Discord.
All right. So yeah, you spend some time in drill space. And what are you up to other than possibly puffing the peace pipe? I think you fell asleep.
He's hitting the peace pipe too hard, alright?
Sorry, you're asking me what I was doing during that time?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll be chilling out after I'm satisfied. I've hidden all my drugs, and then things have calmed down as we're in drill space. Then I start craving some drugs, but I can't find any now, and so now I'm running around the ship trying to figure out where I hid them.
That's genius. All right. So, Val, what are you up to? Are you just hanging out or doing something specific?
I was gonna see. First as a GM, I was gonna ask you: can we think of mods that are not part of the base game to add, like maybe a suppressor or something?
Yeah, if it makes sense.
Okay. Then I was gonna see if I can get Tarn to show him his fixing abilities and maybe improve one of my sexy guns. With some of the scrap that we have laying around.
Do you want a ghetto silencer?
What kind of scrap do you have laying around? 'Cause as far as I know, I'm the only one with scrap.
No, I think the locker has scrap.
I've got some
That got
scrap.
used.
No, we refill that every time we go land on a planet. Pretty sure that's what Hellforge said.
Yeah, if you pay for it.
How much is it to refill it?
I've got.
Do you still have
units of
scrap?
Spare parts.
How much do you have?
I got 4 units of spare parts.
Oh, there you go. Boom. No, because so I found like a list of a bunch of like gun attachments, and they have like things. So here, if you want to look it up, Hellforge. It's just the different guns and things you can add to the game. Homebrew. If you want to look through it.
Yeah, I know the homebrew stuff. I have final say when it comes to that stuff, but a silencer would be applicable for projectile weapons.
Yeah, well, I was gonna look through some of them and just see which ones I wanted. But yeah, silencer probably for my sniper rifle. If I'm ever gonna be sneaky, shooting the head. Ooh.
Right. So, Ton, are you putting something together for Val, or are you just point blank refusing the snobbery?
Yeah, I'll put together a silencer.
All right.
Yeah, I might want something else too. Sheesh.
Make a list.
I'm working on it. You guys figure out what else you guys are doing. I'm researching some of these. I got some books from the library. I'm looking them up.
All
Doing
right.
my
So,
homework.
Tony, can you roll me int or dex plus fix, please, to see how well you put together the silencer on the weapon?
If you even put it on at all.
No problems at all.
Okay, good. All right. So we got a nice suppressor. I'm just gonna put it down on my. All right. What else do I want?
How many parts is that?
It doesn't actually have it here because. Oh wait. It doesn't have a part, but it has a tech level and
All right, then I'll
cost
say
in
it's
money.
one part, so you have 3 left if you had 4.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to do it with money. It costs 300, I believe. 250 in this ad. Looks like them. I mean, if you want, you can do like what was it, 1,000 per part or 500 per part?
I don't remember what I said last time, but you have 3. You used 1 part for the silencer. 3 more to go before you need to restock.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look through things if you want to see what someone else wants to do.
I'll look at that between sessions, see if there's anything.
Yeah. Anything you want to remove from here?
Most of it, probably,
Why would you do that?
because I'm unreasonable like that. All
I believe
right,
it.
so you emerge once again into the bright, shining star and possible real space. Who knows? It's crazy. All right, so as you arrive in real space again, the chronometers sync up with reality as opposed to the fake time, and you see Calixus Prime, the shining star, hanging out in the middle of the system. It's a beautiful sight, and it's also home to one of the crew members. And according to the chronometers, you were only traveling for 26 hours. Yeah, good job with that.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, it's gonna take 2 days for a boat to glide in, but from here you can. This is the destination you paid for, and you are welcome to undock and GTFO if you wish. So the captain said he wanted some words when
So we're safe in Calix's orbit, right? Or
I
just
mean
in Calix?
you're still 2 days from orbit.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
at the
So
very rim of it right now.
all right. Sorry, I wasn't sure where we were exactly. All right.
Yeah, so I'll meet up with them once, when it seems like a good time. Have that chat with them.
All right. Yeah, he tells you to meet him at the Broken Fan Blade when they dock. And you know that to be one of the like mid-tier bars in like one of the hab units. Like it's nothing fancy, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the most expensive either, so just mid-tier.
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes you a bit less than 2 days, maybe like 30 hours or so, to burn towards the orbit and the planet. Yeah, you arrive safe and sound, and you don't see anything evil, crazy behind you as you're burning towards it with furious speed.
The funny thing is, you called them evil. which means we're the good guys. Just remember that, guys. One man's terrorist, another man's patriot. Apparently.
Listen,
Hey,
I call
villains can fight
everyone.
other villains, though.
I'm
They're bad.
just
doesn't
saying.
mean they're not.
We were doing God's work.
Which God?
That's
All of
that's,
them.
that's the actual question. That's the important question.
All right. So now that you have communications again, you can surf the interwebs. You have the usual amount of spam mail and the usual advertising saying, "Hey, come drink at this bar, come visit this brothel, buy spare parts at this scrapyard thingamajig." The usual spam you get when you go to a new planet.
Of course.
And I think about a day out from orbit, you come across a customs patrol boat just hanging out, and just it docks up with you and performs the inspection. So, out of character, do you have anything that would be considered illegal on the boat, other than the few minor drugs that Ben has?
He's hidden and cannot find and going crazy over it. Does he have to roll? I mean, he should be physical saving right now. He's the withdrawal symptoms. I'm sorry, Ben.
No problem at all. I honestly can't remember if we have anything illegal other than drugs.
No, I think everything got cleaned out last time we landed because we lost all our shipment. Remember, we lost like 60K or something.
That's true. Contraband.
Yeah, because we got quarantined, so everything was basically taken that was contraband. Unless we had something like personal hidden, but to my knowledge, we don't really have anything too hidden.
All right. Yeah. So the standard customs inspection, they walk around the ship with a dog or some sort of.
Is that how they do it in the future?
I mean, everyone needs a friend,
Yeah, at least dogs still have a job, unlike people.
Yes. Yeah, they walk around on the ship, make sure there is no crazy nonsense. There is some eyebrows raised at Tarn, but they decide that they are not paid enough for this shit, so they go back to the boat, undock, and wish you a safe journey to whatever destination you're going towards. And yeah, you continue on. You probably lose an hour for the customs inspection, but you make it there in good time. So yeah, I think if nothing else, you are now either in orbit around the stage, docked in one of the station, or down on the planet, whichever you wish to be.
Oh, you guys want to talk to these people, or do you want to just forget about them?
I'll go ahead and talk to him.
All right. Do you want backup, or you want to just go?
Yeah, I mean, you can come with me if you want, but I feel he might come in handy in the future as well.
Yeah, I'll try not to kill him. Can't make any promises. Depends on how he looks at me.
Right, so is it 2 or 3 of you going?
I don't know. Tarn, I think Tarn might want to go. I don't know. I think
Tarn's going.
I don't know if Brody wants to take a nap after. Actually, he wasn't driving, so
I was
mostly going for.
It was more or less just autopilot from the rim of the system to the space station.
I was more thinking, in case of trouble, I should go, but yeah.
All right. Yeah, Ben, you know the place. You've been here before, a fair few times. Like I said, it's not the best place in the world, but it's also not the worst. So it's it might be 1 or 2 occasional bar fights over some trivial nonsense, but nothing you need to be wearing power armor for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as you walk in, the captain is sitting there already with one other person sitting at one of the corner tables, or corner booths rather, sitting having a conversation, really like into drinking some sort of beer, some such. And yeah, when he sees you walk in, he gives you a nod, waves you over.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think as you walk towards the table, you see the other person who's sitting there already give the captain a nod and stands up, gives you a nod in acknowledgement and walks off. And yeah, the seats around the table is free.
Yeah, I'll sit down and say hello. Maybe we'll order drinks and start with. I'll let him lead. I mean, he's obviously the one who wants to know what's going on.
Yep. Baltorn, are you sitting down at the same, or are you taking a table next to him?
I'm
No,
gonna stay at the
someone-
bar. I'm gonna
It's
stay at the
both of you
bar.
at the bar.
How do you hear Tarn? Oh, Tarn doesn't drink. He's in the
Yeah,
corner.
I'm sitting with Ben and the captain.
All right. So one with the captain and one with at the bar.
I'll try
so
and
at
make
the
sure they
bar you
don't
have
know
a-
that I'm with them.
All right.
And go hit up a girl and talk to her. All sweet like.
All right. So roll me that charm plus
Talk
then.
plus. Charm plus talk, okay.
Yeah, charisma plus talk.
Yeah, I know.
See if you can pick up some bar hoppers.
Oh my god, this is gonna be great because I have a plan. Now this
Yeah,
is
I'm
gonna
sure
lead.
you do.
This is gonna watch my plan get fucked by me messing this up.
Double ones. Come on. Do
No.
it.
Charisma. Where's charisma? There's. Come on, just pass. Every time. This is why I don't make plans.
Close enough.
Oh,
It was
I'm gonna
double two.
reroll. Oh, you gonna let me talk to him and pick him up?
I mean, you can certainly do that if you want.
Yeah, I want to pick him up and just like sweet talk to him. Maybe buy him a drink and just keep talking to him while also paying attention to what's going on
Yep.
behind me.
They keep talking to you as long as you buy them drinks.
Good.
Seem interested enough.
All right, this is gonna go well.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure it will. All right. So while Val is off in the corner somewhere getting drunk and talking to people, or one person specifically, yeah, you sit down, Ben and Tarn, and the captain says, waves over a waitress who and orders some drinks, places your order as well, and he says, "Now then, would you care to explain why you had a fleet after you?"
Misunderstanding.
Yeah, it appears that someone is has hired some very dangerous people to hunt us down. We're not sure what they want with us exactly yet. My money is they just want us dead, but who really knows at this point? Anyone willing to pay that much money to get a hold of me has got to have something strange going on. Yeah, it's whoever is behind this apparently hired Caradon's Crusaders to come after us. So we've been dealing with that for the last few days.
And yeah, as you're talking, he sits down, leans back with the glass of beer in his hand, leans back at the backrest. And as you finish talking, he leans over, puts the glass on the table, leans over. You can see him real close, and he gestures with his thumb across his chest to his shoulder, and you see. Yeah, you see the two epaulets they has on the shoulders, and he says, "Do you know how I got these stripes? And he gestures with his thumb to the epaulets. There's 3 golden stripes on the black epaulet.
I'll ask. No, I don't know.
Sorry, you cut off there. What did you say?
I'll say no. I never got the story of how you got those stripes.
Then I'll tell you now, my friend. I painted them on there because that's how you get things done. You do it yourself. And if someone is paying to hunt you down, it means you have done something that someone doesn't like. Simple as that.
All
I
right.
told them when I spoke to Alenko that I'll be dropping you off in Chardon in Naxion because I thought that would be funny, and the dumb bastard thought I was serious about it, so he's probably gonna hang out there for a bit. I suggest you keep your ass low to the ground in the future because I'm not gonna be there to save you a second time. Especially not when you have people like this coming after you.
I'll keep that in mind. You're a role model to us all, Fargo.
Don't insult me. I work for a living. And yeah, he clings his glass with yours, downs the whole thing in one go, and he says, "I'll see you around Blackford. Fly safe out there." And he stands up to leave the bar.
All right. So yeah, sorry, did you say he left after that, or was there anything else?
No, he finished his drink and then left.
All right,
Unless
cool.
you tried to stop him.
Yeah. So say, well, we took care of that business. What should we do now, guys?
When I see them finish and they're not killed, I'm gonna see if this girl wants to take the party to her place.
Actually, let me roll for this.
I'm gonna lead her to her place.
She seems enthusiastic about the idea of taking it somewhere more private.
Oh man.
Great. No, guys. I have a plan. Hellforge may know what my plan is if you looked at my goals. So yeah. Do we go to our place?
Well, you go to somewhere a bit more private that isn't in this club, or a bar rather.
Can I? I mean, again, are we at her place? Where are we?
So there is a nearby, I want to say, motel where she has a room, so like a hostel or some such,
Well,
where
all right.
she's renting a room for a few days, and yeah, she invites you in and invites you for some drinks.
All right. I take her up on the offer. I will engage in those drinks and other things.
Excellent.
Before I go, I would like to put a few nanites on her skin to track
Yes.
her.
That is certainly something you can do. But first, however, I would like you to roll me a physical save, please, and thank you.
No. Whoa.
Yes. Yes,
I never
you
said
can.
I had sex with her.
No,
I just
this
said I
is not
took her up
that.
on the drinks.
That is exactly what you're rolling.
Stop giving me STDs.
Oh no. Oh no, sweet
Got the
child.
space
There's
age.
no STDs on Calixus, but there are spiked drinks here.
This is most definitely not STDs.
Oh, fucking
So
asshole.
yeah,
Goddamn.
you
Hold on. No. I want to use my reroll for this. My life
you say
save.
that.
Roll one. Roll
RNG, don't fuck me now, please. I have plans. I just want my plans to be completed. Fuck yes, thank you. Just once. Once in my
Alright.
life.
So you down the drink or drink it slowly, and you have a pleasant conversation, and you feel a faint citrusy aftertaste in whatever you're drinking.
Ooh, I make sure I cleanse my body whenever I'm drinking with my biopsionics.
All right, so you just have that on autocast right now, as every time you're drinking.
Yeah. That way she
Excellent.
can get drunk, but I don't get drunk. Smart. Genius right
Alright.
here.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much, Hellforge.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time you say that.
Because every time you try to fuck my plans, every time.
Well, if it wasn't so funny, I wouldn't do it.
Just want my plans to go through one time without no one dying, no one getting hurt, no one goddamn getting this drink spiked.
Alright, so while that's happening, Ben and Ton, what are you up to? You see Val walk off with some random woman.
I'm going to take that as my cue to go off and do my own thing. So I will. I actually have something specific I'm going to attempt to look for. I'm going to, I've been doing all these drugs, and I've been thinking, there's all these sort of urban legends about really rare, maybe alien plants or something, maybe in some uninhabited world. And so I'm going to do some legwork, like ask around, see if anybody knows of a place we can go to, maybe get a reproducible source of an exotic drug of some sort.
Alien weed.
Space
We
weed.
present you with
A space weed, if you will.
no, so you guys know space weed nice and all, but have you tried alien weed? Is a new hotness brought to you by what's our company name?
No.
Oh, come on. A whole tagline and everything.
No commercials in my campaign, damn it. I have ad block on this shit for a reason.
Adblock is bad, okay? Okay.
Take
I've been
5d10
watching too much South Park.
You take 5d insanity points. 5d10 insanity.
You know what?
points, IRL.
That doesn't make a dent in my insanity.
And just to be clear as well, I'm not expecting to come home with a potted plant. I'm just looking for. I'm just collecting rumors at this point, at this stage.
All right.
Oh, I wouldn't mind hooking up with an alien lady. See how that alien
So
man.
you do the legwork for that. So Ton, what are you up to at this point? So I'm not sure if I've actually described it for you before this place, but
I don't think so.
it's a temperate planet. Imagine Earth, but a few more continents here and there. Some oceans here and there. For good measure, everyone needs an ocean. And most of the habitable area is in the space stations around the equator of the planet. So most people live in orbit and then travel down to the surface when they're either working or just for storage. The party has a storage unit on the planet where they can stash a bunch of stuff, which I do believe they told you about. But yeah, the main habitation units and main source of work on this planet is in orbit, because the planet itself is basically a massive storage box or a warehouse for everyone who wants to rent some space. There are a couple of cities on it, but they are nothing to write home about. And it's also around the northern pole in space. There is a bright, absolutely ginormous golden space station that is completely standalone from everything else. So you can't walk there or take an elevator up to it. You have to actually fly there. And that's where the exchange have their headquarters. And the exchange is the neutral organization that deals with all the banking and in the entire sector, and they have their headquarters here.
Well, first thing I want to do is go see if I can find a decent cybernetics deal.
Cybernetics dealer. All right. Yeah, you can find a whole heap of them. I think the higher up geographically you are on the station, like the more upscale the area becomes. But you can definitely find several. Like there is probably hundreds of them just ringing the various space stations floating around the planet. Is there anything in particular you're looking for with these ones?
Yeah. Shit, I forgot the exact name. It was the low light infrared optics. I forget the exact name.
Yeah, I know which one you mean.
I think they're like 15,000 credits.
Yeah. So do you want to buy one or what's the plan here?
I want to
Because
buy one.
they will definitely have. All right. Yeah, they like as you come in, I think the person at the counter, and this is one of like the upscale one, not the fanciest thing, but definitely an upscale one, and they give you like they greet you properly in the traditional greeting as you come in and ask how they can be of service. And yeah, as you mentioned that you're looking for this specific cyberware, the clerk taps the compad, like the holopad, to bring up the registry of what they have in store. And yeah, they have a couple of those in store. And I think he asks if you want it separately or if you want it installed as well.
Want it separately.
All right. And he gives you the listed price in the books or whatever that is. And yeah, he gives you like he pulls it out or has an assistant bring it out from the back. And yeah, there is a case. You see them pack it in like a aluminium or aluminum, whichever it is, suitcase or a small travel case, basically. It's still wrapped in its vacuum packing, so the seal hasn't been broken, and it put it in a safety carrier case. And yeah, as the transfer completes, you get the small case with the cybernetic in. And he says as well, we have also included a small holodisk recording of how to safely operate and install it if you wish to do that yourself. So we would highly recommend a specialized clinic for that sort of work.
All right, Tarn will thank him and pay up and be on his way.
Yeah, they thank you for your patronage and wish you a wonderful day. And yeah, you step out of the clinic.
And then my second stop is to restock on spare parts.
Oh yeah, there is heaps of places that sell that like engineering equipment. Or if you want to be cheap about it, you can just take the elevator down to the lower levels and start ripping off wall panels, depending on how cheap you feel. But yeah, you find a bunch of spare parts, like I said, engineering supplies for the listed cost, so that's not an issue. So while the rest of the party is away doing things. What is Brody up to when all of this happens? Probably a few hours left, or a few hours since the rest of the party left the boat.
I'm just looking at vehicles online.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
I'm just scrolling through looking for something that catches my eye that I might want.
All right. So I would be amiss if I didn't ask the follow-up question. What kind of vehicle would catch your eye, or Brody's eye rather?
A mech.
That's not a vehicle.
I'm looking
It
at
is for him.
flyers right now.
You're working on what?
I'm looking at the flyers, like the Atmo flyer and the Grav flyer. Or a helicopter, maybe.
Yeah, so you can fit all of these vehicles reliably in your ship. Though deploying one from as the spaceship is flying might be a bit of a health hazard, because you would have to fold the rotor blades of a helicopter, for example, while it is in the cargo bay. Otherwise, it's just the rotor blade's just gonna get wrecked.
What was it that Val mentioned before about wanting a Grav car?
Grab flyer, I think.
Yeah, I wanted the Graph flyer. I was thinking of getting one for us. Move around planets and shit, but I think Hellforge said I couldn't find one where I was.
No, you asked
They were
what's his
trying to
face
bargain
Stone
for one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
to
remember.
sweeten the deal for the mech part. You said you wanted a grab flyer as well, and Stone
Yeah.
was just laughing at you, or at least silently judging you
asshole.
for it.
That's what I'm gonna insult him. Gotta make fun of me. Just thinking outside the box.
But yeah, I think they have everything for sale here other than grab tanks, because that's highly classified or a highly specialized and illegal vehicle for civilians to have.
Yeah, I was gonna bring those up, but it says that private ownership is strictly forbidden in most worlds. So,
Just don't want us to have fun.
not to mention, I couldn't afford one even if there was one.
How much are they?
200K.
200,000.
Do we really want a graph tank?
I mean, you
Not
can
as
buy
much
a
as I
mech,
want a mech. I'm probably just still gonna save it till I can get a Psy mech.
but yes, all the vehicle stuff they have in several different colors, configurations, and paint jobs. So if there is anything you want, you can find it here. Like I said, everything other than a grab tank. And if they don't have it on the space station itself, then they will have it on the planet.
Everything but the fun stuff.
Although, I'm wondering if maybe Ben and I should look into a little body sculpting while we're here.
I mean, that's
Change your
about the
appearance a
most
little.
useful thing. Oh yeah, and we could also disguise ourselves. That's actually a good idea. I thought you were just memeing at first.
No, he was actually this
I'm
called
being
body
serious.
sculpting. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but Hellforge is like, no, I'm not gonna let you do that.
I mean, if you didn't go around doing it in a silly way, it wouldn't be an issue.
You know what, Hellforge? Just let me have my silly ways for once.
Fine. So I'm juggling a bunch of things right now. So,
You are.
Brody, you sit and dream about all your vehicles, and I come back to you in a moment. So, Ben, you said you wanted to do some legwork for the fancy stuff, yeah?
For the what was that? The
fancy
fence?
stuff.
Oh yeah, fancy drugs. Yeah.
Yes. So you did get a message, if you recall that. If you did bother to read it,
All right.
if you check the inbox.
Let me see. All right. Yeah. So I will send a text message back as a response to this one and say, actually, yeah, it's just this call. So it's from April, so I'll just call her. Or is that the? Oh wait, that's the month. My bad. The professor is what it's marked.
It's from April.
It's so yeah, I'm gonna call the professor.
And he listed the phone number as well. So
Oh, the drug dealer's name is the
sort-
professor.
I sort them by months, so I don't have to keep track of dates for when they arrive. Just
Yeah.
easier that way. And yeah, you give him a call, and there is a woman who picks up, and he says, "Stonewash Chemical Supplier. How may I help you today?"
So yeah.
And you would know this company. I think you have worked with them before, so this is how it usually goes.
Yeah, I'll introduce myself as Benedict Blackford and say yes. I was left a message. I'd like to meet with the proprietor in person, if that would be okay.
One moment, please. And then you hear some clicking in the background, and she says, "We have an open slot at 5 this evening, if you wish. If that would be suitable for you."
Yep, that I can fit that in my schedule.
Excellent. You are more than welcome to come by. Please come alone, if it is all convenient for you.
Yep, that can be managed.
Excellent. We look forward to seeing you. And then politely hangs up, or wait for you to hang up, rather.
All right. And so, how long do I have until this meeting?
A plot appropriate amount of time to finish your drink and get changed if you wish to do that. Maybe a shower.
Okay, that would work. I'll just go over there then.
All right. Yeah, you know, it's on one of the far out space stations. Unintended, I suppose, because why not? And yeah, it's a small business storefront that you walk into, and yeah, there is a woman standing there, has fairly dark skin,